Hello, once again. This is Antonio, and I'm coming at you with another exciting video. Now, what we want to talk about in this video is today it was announced in India that the Indian Supreme Court rejected um, they rejected same-sex marriage. So we want to dive into this, and also we want to talk briefly why out of the in the LGBT community, and I know it's other alphabets that I left off. Why is lesbian divorces the highest out of the whole sector? And this is not me picking on lesbians, but it just saw an article I saw while I was reviewing, getting set up for this video. So let's talk about the sponsor of this video, Viper VPN by Golden Frog. The benefits of using Viper VPN for your online security and privacy. In today's digital age, online security and privacy are essential concerns for everyone. With the increasing threat of a cyber attacks, hacking, and online surveillance has become crucial to protect your online activities from prying eyes. One of the best ways to ensure your online security and privacy is by using a VPN. And Viper VPN is a leading provider in this field. And the link is there uh, in this title if you are interested. Um, and we're gonna talk more about the genocide also that's going on in Israel. That's not that's not cool. The genocide that's going on. You are doing this and going to sleep at night. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. I don't think it's cool on both sides of the map, and I feel that way. And nobody's going to change my mind. On both sides of the map, you're hurting defenseless people because a lot of those people are just citizens of Gaza, and what you're doing is straight up genocide. All right, India's Supreme Court refuses to legalize same-sex marriage, saying it's up to Parliament. All right, and I may butcher some names in this article, but we want to get past it nevertheless. All right, India's top court on Tuesday refused to legalize same-sex marriages, passing the responsibility back to Parliament in a ruling that disappointed campaigners for LGBTQ rights in the world's most populous country. Chief Justice DY Chandrachud also urged the government to uphold the rights of the queer community and end discrimination against them. Earlier this year, the five-judge bench heard 21 petitions that sought to legalize same-sex marriage. Chud said there were degrees of agreement and disagreement among the justices on how far we have to go on same-sex marriages, but the judges unanimously agreed that the court can't grant LGBTQ people the right to marry because of its legislative function. The court can't make law. It only can interpret it and give effect to it. So what the judge is saying is if they go about and change the laws, then what they can do is they can if enforce it to some magnitude, right? The court can't can't make law. It can only interpret it and give effect to it. One of the petitioners, Mario D. Panha, said it was a day to be disappointed, but not to lose hope. Right? There's been tremendous work that has gone into this petition and many hopes and dreams of the queer community attached to them to leave lives that most of other Indians take for granted. The fact that the dream could not come to fruition today is a disappointment for all of us, he said. He added that it wasn't yet clear if the court had set a mandate or timeline for Parliament to act. Well, when a lot of times when they switch up and they go into and say, well, we can't do certain things. They not into the business to put timelines. So I'm not sure that they would do that. There are queer couples today that are already families and relationships and pillars of society that they are not afforded the dignity and rights that are due is deeply disappointing, said Corona Nundi, one of the lawyers representing the petitioners. Legal rights for LGBTQ plus people in India have been expanding over the past decade, most as a result of the Supreme Court's intervention. And that's something I didn't know about India. I'm just reporting on international news, and this is what we're speaking about. In 2018, the top court struck down a colonial era law that had made gay sex punishable by up to 10 years in prison and expanded constitutional rights for the gay community. The decision was seen as a historic victory for LGBTQ plus rights, with one judge saying it will pave the way for a better future. Despite the progress, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government resisted the legal recognition of same sex marriage and rejected several petitions in favor. During the hearings, the government argued that a marriage is only between a biological male and biological woman, adding that the same sex marriages went against religious values and that the petition reflected only urban elitist views. Religious groups too had opposed same-sex unions, said that went against Indian culture. Adish Agarwala, the president of the Supreme Court Bar Association, said the court had done the right thing by recognizing that this was a job for Parliament, an argument that the government also made during the hearings. All right, lawyers for the petitioners argued that the marriage is between two people, not just a man and woman. They said concepts of marriage have gradually changed with time, and laws should acknowledge that. By not recognizing such unions, the government was depriving same sex couples of their right to equality enshrined in the Constitution and rights enjoyed by marriage heterosexual couples, from adoption and medical insurance to pensions to and inheritance. That's important too, right? All right. Now, petitioners were hopeful that the Supreme Court could challenge the government position. Some of the justices urged the state to make sure queer couples don't face harassment or discrimination in assessing basic needs, like opening a joint bank account. They call for steps to raise awareness among the public about queer identity, establish hotlines, and safe houses available for those in the queer community who are facing violence. The Chief Justice also rejected the government's assertion that being queer was an urban concept, saying it's not just an English speaking man or a white collar man who can claim to be queer, but equally a woman working in the agricultural job in a village, saying she could be queer as well. That's what the courts are saying. Instead, the court accepted the government's offer to set up a special panel that will explore granting social and legal benefits to same sex couples. Homosexuality has long carried a stigma in India's traditional society, even though there has been a shift in attitudes toward same sex couples in recent years. India now has openly gay celebrities, and some high profile Bollywood films have dealt with gay issues. According to a Pew survey, acceptance of homosexuality in India increased by 22% percentage points to 37% between 2013 and 2019. But same sex couples often face harassment in many Indian communities, whether Hindu, Muslim, or Christian. India is estimated to have at least 2.5 million LGBTQ plus people, according to the government figures from 2012. However, gay rights activists and global estimates believe the number is at least 10% of the population, or more than 135 million people. In May, Taiwan became the first jurisdiction in Asia to recognize same sex marriages. In July, Nepal's Supreme Court issued an interim order enabling the registration of same sex marriages for the first time. It's still unclear when the court will make it its final decision. Now, researching this, I wonder how this ties into when people do embark on the journey of same sex marriage. I wonder this. Divorce amongst lesbian couples or married couples are consistent of two women continue to rise. This is interesting. The highest in the LGBTQ plus community is lesbian divorces. That's the highest, right? While divorce rates are overall in decline and have been since the peak in 1993. Statistics recently released by the Office of National Statistics highlighted that divorce amongst lesbian couples or married couples consisting of two women continue to rise. In fact, lesbian couples are twice as likely to file for divorce than married gay men, 14% compared to 7%. So, married gay men stay together longer. That's what this article is saying. Statistics back up what Brighton's top divorce law firm, Brighton and Time Solicitors, have been aware of. Anecdotally, at least for a number of years, that more and more lesbian couples from Brighton and surrounding Sussex areas have been seeking the expertise of Brighton and Time's top divorce lawyers as they sue for divorce. Same sex marriage has been legal in Britain since 2014, and it's not only partners in lesbian relationship who are looking to dissolve a marriage, but when heterosexual marriages too, women are overwhelmingly more likely to start divorce proceedings. Think about it. 80% of divorces are filed by women. So when there are two women involved, the divorce rates increase. Same-sex marriage has been legal in Britain since 2014, and the ONS recorded an increase in divorce rates among same-sex couples in 2016 and 2017. Parch. I'm gonna get past this, but I'm a little parched. While popular school of thought is along the lines, act in haste, repeat in leisure, as same-sex couples quickly took advantage of the change of law. The majority of those seek divorce cite the age-old issues which frequently doom a marriage, adultery, and unreasonable behavior. For same-sex divorces, unreasonable behavior was the most common reason for divorce in 2020 for both female and male couples. And reasonable behavior accounted for 55.2 of female divorces and 57 of male divorces. For some same-sex divorces in 2020, the average median duration of marriage at the time of divorce was 4.7 years for female couples and 5.4 years of male couples. Divorces among same-sex couples have only been possible since 2015, following the introduction of same-sex marriages in March 2014. Kanak Gush of the ONS Vital Statistics Outputs Branch said, same-sex couples have been able to marry in England and Wales from March 2014. Since then, we have seen the number of divorces of same-sex couples increase each year for very small numbers in 2015 when the first divorces took place. to more than 800 in 2019, reflecting the increasing size of the same-sex marriage population in England and Wales. So England, I believe, has the oldest history of same-sex marriage, and the reason why I'm talking about this is because lesbian couples have the highest rate of divorce. While we see the 56% of same-sex marriages were among females, nearly three-quarters of the same-sex divorces in 2019 were to female couples. Unreasonable behavior, which includes adultery, was the most common ground for divorce among the same sex couples. And this year, almost two-thirds of couples divorced for this reason. So we definitely want to talk about some of the aspects of what's going on in places like India. But at the end of the day, we still need to talk about the aspirations of what causes divorces in the LGBTQ community. All right, this is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, and subscribe as we'll be coming back to you with more videos in the future. And once again, we will see you next time.